Hello and welcome to Python Day 3 by Demi Adewale. So, first of all, we're gonna do the recap again. So what would have been asked to people in the class is who can tell me the different arithmetic signs, and who can remember or not what the sign modulo means. Okay, so the objectives of today's lesson is you should know how to update a variable, you should know what comments are and how they are used, and you should know the difference between a float and an integer. So, updating variables. So, in previous lessons, we have learnt about variables and what they do. Here, we're going to learn about how to update a variable by giving it a new value or taking a value away from it. The example below is a great analogy to understand. So here is talking about a money. So you have a certain amount of money in your wallet, and you want to buy a sandwich, and the sandwich has a sales tax on it. So to understand it, so the money in wallet is £40 or 40 whatever currency. The price of the sandwich is £7.50, but then there is a sales tax that is added to the price, to the price of the sandwich, and the sales tax is 8%. So what we would do is they would find 8% of the sandwich price, and then they would add it to the sale. They'll add the sales tax to the sandwich price, and then they would take the sandwich price away from the money in wallet. So to add and take away values from a variable, here, if you can see where my cursor is, there's a plus equals and a minus equals. So the plus equals sign, it just tells you that is assigning it so it's equal to its original price, and then plus this price of the, or minus the price of whatever you want to assign to the variable. So comments. So most of the time, code should be written in a way that's easy to understand on its own. However, if you want to include a piece of information to explain a part of your code, you can use the hash sign. So a line of text is preceded by a hash comment. A hash sign is called a comment. The machine does not run this code, it's only for humans to read. So when you look back at the code later, the comments might help you figure out what it was intended to do. So there's a variable called row count, and it's assigned to the number 13. So there's a comment that shows you that this variable counts how many rows of the spreadsheet we have. So I also wrote at the bottom, you may notice how the color changes for comments as well. This happens in most Python IDEs, and it just helps the users to distinguish easily between syntaxes, so they understand what syntax is what without having to look too hard. So the next thing we'll look at is a float and an integer. So a float is any all of this is just like, it's just extra information, but it's just explaining the fact that an integer is any whole number, and a float is any number with a decimal point, or any number that isn't a whole number. So yeah. So as you can see here, the float has decimal points, and the integer doesn't. And then you can also use a float. You can also define a float using scientific notation. So, for example, with e indicating the power of 10. So float 4 is assigned to so the number 1.5 e2 is assigned to the variable float 4. And there's a comment above that shows that this evaluates to 150. So the homework for today, for that lesson, was to work through Code Academy. So in previous lessons, everyone should have gone up to slide 6. So the homework would be to go from slide 6 up to and including slide 9. And then, yeah, if you had any queries or issues, my email would be available, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Yep. Thank you.